as a middle-sized nonprofit organization serving 3 rural counties, Compass is in a great place. We have amazing supporters. We've always had amazing supporters. When we were only in Queen Anne's County for years, it was amazing. And now since we've been in Kent and Caroline County since 2014, the response from people has just grown and grown and grown, not only financially with donations, but volunteerism and just word of mouth. Because we are in a small community, people talk about things. And if you provide a great service and have for over 30 years, people talk about it. And when their loved ones or a friend needs help, they think of Compass. What we used to have was a very narrow program. So hospice is about 6 months to live. And our palliative program was a year or less. We expanded that to it's a chronic illness that needs symptom management. So we're seeing a lot more patients now in all 3 of our counties under our palliative care. And that is, it's a telehealth application that nurses and social workers do visits via telehealth with the families and the patients to manage symptoms and to help them make decisions, care planning decisions, advanced directives, next treatment steps if that's what they want to do. So they're really helping them navigate their illness and what to do next as far in their health. We still struggle as a society to accept end of life. We struggle as a medical profession to be open and honest with patients and their families when they are at the end of life. And there's really probably not anything else that can cure their illness. To be very transparent and forthcoming with them to say, hospice is another option for you, or palliative care is another option for you now, and not feeling like you always have to offer somebody another treatment. Call us. Let us have the conversation if you don't feel comfortable doing so. Let us do an evaluation. Let's just talk to the patient and family and let them know what services we have to offer, because we don't just offer hospice. We offer palliative care now. And then sometimes that really helps physicians feel like, or medical providers, you know what, I can reach out to Compass and they can go evaluate my patient or have the conversation about goals of care at end of life. It's not giving up. It is directing how you want the rest of your life to be. You are the pilot in your plane, so fly it. Don't let somebody else fly it for you. Don't let somebody else make the decisions for you when you can no longer. What we see is a lot of times people live longer because they're not getting treated with things that are poisoning their body. They're not declining because of treatments. They are their symptoms are managed well with hospice and palliative care, and they are able to live their life the way they want to, with their families around them, maybe traveling. We do travel contracts with hospices all over the country, so that, because we say to our patients and families, go travel. You want to go to Florida for a couple months? Go. We'll get somebody to come alongside of you while you're there, and we'll be here for you when you get back. It's all about living. It's not about dying. A lot of times people think, oh, well, your grief services for hospice are for the families that have lost somebody that we served under hospice. And yes, that is a part of it. But there is also this huge other piece that we don't have to offer as a hospice organization, but we choose to give back to our community. And that is that we provide grief services to anyone who's experienced a loss of a loved one, a friend, a neighbor. We go into all the local school systems and we come alongside kids in the schools, and so they don't have to go to a counselor's office and somebody doesn't have to drive them after hours to get to somebody to see. We come alongside of them and we counsel them. We do group therapy counseling too, for like specialized losses like suicide. We've done things on opioid addiction, people who have specifically lost somebody of that, because there is a different stigma with that. Unfortunately, again, we try to get rid of that myth as well, that you shouldn't be stigmatized because you've lost somebody to a drug overdose. And we want people to know that we understand that, and we are here for them in the community. So Camp New Dawn is flourishing as well. We have that camp every year in August, and it's at Camp Acomath outside of Centerville here. And it is for, again, the counties that we serve, children who have experienced a loss of a loved one. And it could be a sibling, it could be a mom, a dad, a grandparent, a great-grandparent, it could be a friend. Sometimes the kids come back year after year after year because it is so beneficial to them. And they also meet friends. So they always come kind of kicking and screaming the first year, and the parents are like, oh, it took us a lot to get them here, but then they don't want to leave at the end of the 3 nights and 4 days. People often think that they're not appropriate, or they're not ready, or they might not understand all the services that we have to offer. So just call, because if we can't help you, we'll find somebody who can. We're here for our community, and we thank our community because we couldn't do it without everybody.